Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Ra'ar Kakadash. Double honors to the pastor from Great Millstone for teaching us the truth among other things. And shalom to the sincere Akim across the world pushing the truth and the hope for elect God. Shalom. I want to do a lesson about Esau and Ishmael. I have a video here, so I'm going to play it in a little bit. That's talking about they will be ruling again, of not ruling again, but they will not rule each other. They don't want to rule each other. They don't want to be the other above the other. And basically the video is gonna explain itself. So it is a quite funny video because we know what the end will be, and we know who's gonna be a ruler of this world, and this is Yahweh Basham Yahushai, and the elect. They will rule, and then our people will rule. Our people are above the other people. Not right now, but at the end we will be and become above all the people, like the Father always says to us in Deuteronomy 7 and 6, that we are holy. We are holy to it reads, "For thou art an unholy people unto the Lord thy power. The Lord thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth." So we know we are a special people. Right now we ain't shit because we going off, and for the people that's coming back to the Most High Yahweh Basham Yahushai and try to do his best to follow the commandments and the statutes. Yeah, we're striving to become better at ourselves, a better version of ourselves, and put off the old man and put on a new man. But a lot of these jakes, they keep doing wickedness, so they will be ashamed when they come back in the kingdom. So I want to go to the video. Let me play it.
You're going like this to my face.
Because you're telling me you're going to dominate me and conquer the world.
Get your finger out my face, bro. Get your finger out my face.
What do you mean when you say that Muslims are going to dominate the world? I'm not going to be your dhimmi. I'm not going to be your dhimmi.
What does that mean, bro?
And you will give us the jizya.
Because I'm not getting... See, there we go. There's the extreme. There's the extreme.
We're going to take our point to you. You don't belong there.
Stop running
just
away
can't
from the
take
subject.
it. That's it.
You literally said you're going to dominate the world.
Yeah, we will. And what?
And what?
Do?
Mate, your empires have collapsed. The caliphates are nowhere to be seen. You come here and you say you're going to dominate the world, and we're all going to pay you a jizya. I'm not paying you nothing, mate.
You will.
We'll see if they pay you a jizya.
And then you say thank you to the British government.
So yeah, they argue about they're gonna dominate and they don't want to rule the other above the other. But we know through the scriptures and the power of Yahweh Basham Yahushai that we will be ruling the kingdom. And they don't supposed to be at the place where they are. It's not their kingdom. The world is not made for them. It's made for our sake. So let me start at Genesis 16 and 3. And Sarai, Abram's wife, took Hagar, her maid, the Egyptian, after Abram had dwelt 10 years in the land of Canaan, and gave her to her husband, Abram, to be his wife. And he went in unto Hagar, and she conceived. And when she saw that she had conceived, her mistress was despised in her eyes. And Sarai said unto Abram, My wrong be upon thee. I have given my maid into thy bosom. And when she saw that she had conceived, I was despised in her eyes. The Lord judged between me and thee. But Abram said unto Sarai, Behold, thy maid is in thy hand. to do her her as it pleased thee. And when Sarai dealt hardly with her, she fled from her face. So let me go to the point. 15. And Hagar bare Abram a son, and Abram called his son's name, which Hagar bare, Ishmael. So here's where Ishmael came from. And Abram was 66 old when Hagar bare Ishmael to Abram. So Ishmael is also from Abram, because Abram is going to be fathers of many nations. And let me go to Genesis 17 and let me see, 4. Yeah. As for me, behold, my covenant is with thee, and thou shalt be father. Now let me start at 17. And when Abram was 19 years old and 9, the Lord appeared to Abram and said unto him, I am the Almighty power, walk before me, and be thou perfect. And I will make my covenant between me and thee, and I will multiply thee exceedingly. And Abram fell on his face, and the power talked with him, saying, As for me, behold, my covenant is with thee, and thou shalt be a father of many nations. Neither shall thy name any more be called Abram, but thy name shall be Abraham. For a father of many nations have I made thee. So let me go to jump to. No, let me read further. And I will make thee exceedingly fruitful, and I will make nations of thee, and kings shall come out of thee. And I will establish my covenant between me and thee, and thy seed after thee in their generations, for an everlasting covenant, to be a power unto thee, and to thy seed after thee. And I will give unto thee and to thy seed after thee the land wherein thou art a stranger, all the land of Canaan, for an everlasting possession, and I will be their power. 9. And the power said unto Abram, Thou shalt keep my covenant, therefore thou and thy seed after thee in their generation. So let me jump to the point. 12. And he that is 8 days old shall be circumcised among you, every man child in your generation. He that is born in the house or bought for money of a stranger, which is not of thy seed. That was not the point what I wanted to make. Let me see. Yeah, I wanted to read this one. Yeah. Answers with flesh. Yeah, let me read. I read. Let me read 14 to 15. And the uncircumcision man-child, whose flesh of his foreskin is not circumcised, that soul shall be cut off from his people. He that broke my covenant. And the power said unto Abram, As for Sarai, thy wife, thou shalt not call her name Sarai, but Sarah shall her name be. So this is where our foremother, like Sarah, she's the mother of Israel, not of Ishmael. Hagar is the foremother of Ishmael. Not that the mothers really is a topic in the book of in the law that you should know about, but let me say it is not. It's important, but not that important. Like you, everything's about that. But I just wanted to let you show the difference, because we have Abraham is the father of the fathers, many nations, and then you have Hagar is the mother of Ishmael, and Sarai, what's called Sarah right now, is the mother of Israel. And I want to go to Genesis 17, and let me stay in 17, and starting in 15, and I'm gonna read 15, and yeah, let me read further, because it's gonna explain it about when we were starting. 15 again. And the power said unto Abraham, as for Sarai thy wife, thou shalt not call her name Sarai, but Sarah shall her name be. So if you see here, her name was called Sarah, and I will bless her and give thee a son also of her. Yea, I will bless her, and she shall be a mother of nations. Kings of people shall be of her. Then Abraham fell upon his face and laughed. So Abraham was like, yo, I'm old, how can it be? He started laughing and said in his heart, shall a child be born unto him that is 100 years old? And shall Sarah that is 19 years old bear? And Abraham said unto the powers, oh, that Ishmael might live before thee. So Ishmael will live. He asked he asked Yahweh, can Ishmael live before, be happy and live further? And the power said, Sarah thy wife shall bear thee a son indeed, and thou shalt call his name Isaac, and I will establish my covenant with him for an everlasting covenant, and with his seed after him. So let me read it again. And the power said, Sarah thy wife shall bear thee a son indeed. So he was like laughing, oh, I ain't gonna get a child, how is it possible, I'm old, man. But and thou shalt call his name Isaac, and I will establish my covenant with him for an everlasting covenant, and with his seed after him. So it's not with the seed of Ishmael, it's the covenant with Isaac. And as for Ishmael, I have heard thee. Behold, I have blessed him, and I will make him fruitful, and I will multiply him exceedingly. 12 princes shall he beget, and I will make him a great nation. But my covenant will I establish with Isaac, which Sarah shall bear unto thee at this set time in the next year. And I will laugh. And he laughed of talking with him, and the power went up from Abraham. So this is not for Ishmael. Even the first 5 books of the Bible is let me put it like this. The Torah, the Quran, is based on the Bible, because the 5 books that I take is from the Bible. It's the books of Moses. So it's not. They try, and even the Quran says, I think it's Surah 126 or 128, that the children of Israel that they are still on top, something like that. Let me go to Exodus. Let me see. Exodus 2. Exodus 2 and 24. And the power heard their grooming, and the power remembered his covenant with Abraham, with Isaac, and with Jacob. And the power looked upon the children of Israel, and the power had respect unto them, and not unto the other nations. His covenant was with Isaac and with Jacob, and not with the other nations. And if you read the chapter, you will see, if you go back to Genesis also, you see what's happened with Jacob. And right now people will know what happened with Jacob because his name, you can read the story in for yourself, that where the 12 tribes came from. It came through Jacob because he went with different females. And the story is, you got to read the story. It's a beautiful story. Let me go to Hebrews. Let me see. Hebrews 8 and Hebrews 8. Yeah, let me start at 6. Yeah, let me start at 6. Yeah, Hebrews 8 and 6. But now had he obtained a more excellent ministry, by how much also he is the mediator of a better covenant, which was established upon better promise. For if that first covenant had been faultless, then should no place have been sought for the second. For finding fault with them, he said, Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in a day when I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt, because they counted not in my covenant, and I regarded them not, saith the Lord. For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith the Lord. I will put my laws in their mind and write them in their hearts, and I will be to them a power, and they shall be to me a people. Let me go to let me see something. Bear with me for a moment. Open up the window. Matthew 5. Yeah. Let me read further. And they shall not teach every man his neighbor and every man his brother, saying, Know the Lord, for all shall know me, for the least to the greatest. We know when we come back in our new bodies, none of us gonna teach each other anymore. It's gonna be written perfectly in our minds, and everything will. We will not go off. Everything will be. We will know the law. We will know the law, statutes, and commandment, the way what we supposed to do, and when we to judge the world in righteousness, of course. But the point what I was making here again, 10. For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith the Lord. I will put my laws into their mind, and not in the mind of Ishmael or Esau, in the mind of Israel, in Jacob's, in Judah, there in Yasharallah. That's what the covenant is made for, not for the other nations. Let me go to Jeremiah 31. Jeremiah 31 and starting at 31 and 31. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah, not according to the covenant that I made with the... I read that already. No, I read it in Hebrews. Salaki. Yeah, I read it already, but let me read it again. I read it in Hebrews, but I'm gonna read it in Jeremiah 31 and 31 again. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day that I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt. Is bondage, we were in slavery, which my covenant they break, all through I was an husband unto them, saith the Lord. We are married unto the Lord. We are our princess, his bridegrooms. But this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith the Lord. I will put my law in their inward parts, and writ it in their hearts, and I will be their power, and they shall be my people. So this again proven that we will be his people. And there's no other way around talking about Esau, Ishmael, of other crazy nations that think that they're gonna rule, like Moab and Elam. They ain't Ammon. They ain't gonna rule. They ain't shit. Let me go to Revelation 2 and 9. Revelation 2 and 9. I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. Are they not always saying that they were the Jews? Are we not in poverty? So how can they be in poverty if they're ruling right now? The so-called Amalek, the Esau. He's ruling right now. We are in poverty, but they say they are the Jews. We waking up right now for knowing we are the real Jews, and they call themselves Jewish. They wish they are Jews, but they are not. And that's why the video, the guy also, the Ishmael guy said to him also, you are liars. You're not supposed to be in that land. They ain't supposed to be there. This is our land. It's not their land. Ishmael also not supposed to be there. It's our land. Let me go to Joel 3 and 2. Joel 3 and 2. Let me start at 1. For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations, and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and I will plead with them. Therefore my people, and for mine heritage, Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations, and pardoned my land. And they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for a harlot, and sold a girl for wine. and they might drink. So they gonna get what's coming. The Most High will get us back, and they're gonna pay for the things what they did. We're coming back when Yahweh Hashem Yahushua will put us back in our righteous place. We're gonna rule the kingdom, and the nation's gonna know that we're gonna rule, and we're gonna deal hard with them, because they every time they're going off, we gotta correct them. We correct them with the laws, and this all to the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. So we're gonna live perfectly and not going off. Everything that we will do is through the spirit of the Most High. And yeah, there's some beautiful thing to look after, that you know you ain't going off again. You're living your life like it's supposed to be. Right now we live in like, yeah, a couple of beasts. A lot of people are beasts here. Yesterday I saw our females dancing on the streets. I made a short video about, not a video, I recorded it so I could make a video about it. But they was all with butt ass cheeks out, dancing to an artist, all on the streets, while children are playing around there. So that's the condition where our people are in right now, especially the females. So a lot of them are harlots on the streets. I'll say there's a guy that says she belongs to the streets. I also a lot of time I think about that. When I see that, I think, yo, you're done. Selling your ass like cheap for that, dancing to a stupid video. We ain't supposed to do that. Our females supposed to be modest in a pair, dress nice, be humble, but a lot of them are off. Romans 9:7. Neither because they are the seed of Abraham are thy all children, but in Isaac shall thy seed be called. So let me read it again. Neither because they are the seed of Abraham are they all children, but in Isaac shall thy seed be called. That is, they which are the children of the flesh, these are not the children of Yahweh, but the children of the promise are counted for the seed. For this is the word of promise, at this time will I come, and Sarah shall have a son. And not only this, but when Rebekah also had conceived by one, even by our father Isaac. For the children being not yet born, neither have done any good or evil, that the purpose of Yahweh according to the election might stand, not for of works, but of him that called. So let me read further. And was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger, as it is written, Jacob have I loved. But what said most Yahweh Hashem Yahushua about Esau? But Esau have I hated. So Esau, how do you think you're gonna rule when the Most High hates you? Doesn't make sense, right? It doesn't add up. Your days are counted. It is done. We know we are at the end, getting closer and closer, and we gotta strive through. We gotta keep on doing the good works. Gotta keep on coming back to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Let me go to let me see. Let me see. What is this? Yeah, Hebrews 11:18. Let me start at 17. By faith, Abraham, when he was tried, offered up Isaac. And he that had received the promise offered up his only begotten son. So he offered up, basically he offered up Yahushua. But that's a story for another lesson. But Abraham wanted to sacrifice his son for the Most High. And the Most High was like, yo, you're really dumb. At the last moment, the angel said, Abraham, what are you doing? But he wanted to let him see, yo, I'm down with the Most High. Everything that the Most High will say, I will do. And this is for the state where we gotta that's the state where we should live in. But for these wicked bodies, sinning, not willfully, but sometimes you're going off, we try to do our best to get back with the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yashai. When we know we're not perfect yet, but we know we're gonna strive to be. So let me read it again. Of whom, by faith Abraham, when he was tried, offered up Isaac, and he that had received the promise offered up his only begotten son, of whom it was said that in Isaac shall thy seed be called. So Isaac, it doesn't say Esau, it doesn't say Ammon, it doesn't say Javid, it doesn't say Ishmael, it said Isaac. Let me go to, got another one. Let me get it. Galatians let me see. Yeah, Galatians 4 and let me start at 21. Tell me, yea, that desire to be under the law, do ye not hear the law? Do ye not hear the law? For it is written that Abraham had 2 sons, the one by a bondmaid, and the other by a free woman. So Hagar, the one by a bondmaid, Hagar, the other by a free woman, Sarah. But he who was of the bondwoman was born after the flesh, but he of the free woman was by promise. So there you have it again. It was by promise. It was supposed to be like that. So it's not about Esau's thinking he's gonna rule, Ishmael thinks he's gonna rule. It's not supposed to be their rulership. It's not supposed to be their kingdom at all. This kingdom is for us and only for us. We are gonna be the ruler of this society, of the world, and through us we're gonna judge the world, like I already said. It's all through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And that's why we're striving to the end, because we know this kingdom needs to fall down real quick. We want to go home. Israel needs to go to his own land. Every nation has his own land, except we. We are scattered around the whole world. And of course, the world is made for our sake, but we're not judging it right now. So we are in captivity till this day, and we want to go home. So with that, I want to give all praise to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai B'Shem Ra'akadosh. Let me play the video once more again.
Stop
just
going
with
like
my
this to
hand.
my face.
Because you're telling me you're going to dominate me and conquer the
Get your
world.
finger out of my face, bro. Get your finger out of my face.
What do you mean when you say that Muslims are going to dominate the world? I'm not going to be your dhimmi. I'm not going to be your
What does that
dhimmi.
mean, bro?
And you will give us the jizya.
Because I'm not. See, there we go. There's the extreme. There's the extreme. He says
We're gonna take our country. You don't belong there.
Stop
You
running
just
away
can't
from the
take
subject.
it.
You
That's
literally,
it.
you
You're all
literally said you're
liars.
going to dominate
You're
the world.
liars. Yeah, we will. And what?
And
What are you
what?
gonna do?
Mate, your
What are you gonna do?
empires have collapsed. The caliphates are nowhere to be seen.
Yeah.
And you say you're going to dominate the world, and we're all going to pay you a jizya. I'm not paying you nothing, mate.
You will.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see if
we'll
I
see.
pay you a jizya.
We'll
And then what
see.
do you say thank you to the British government?